Yo guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're not already subscribed to Off the Canvas Boxing, like the video, do all of that amazing stuff. Apologies for the delay, guys. I'm literally just uploading another video as we speak. So as soon as we're off here, check it out. This is that was a Conor Ben versus Adrian Broner, a closer look. So shout out to all you guys in the comment section below. Big up to all you guys streaming it from Twitch, from YouTube, from Twitter as well. Like and subscribe, people, as well. It helps out a lot. Actually, I just closed. Where's the banner? Where's the banner? That's what I'm talking about. See, this is what I'm saying, man. This is what I'm saying. We're trying to get to a broadcast studio. Let's be having you. Okay, shout out Dillian Smith. Big up, big up, big up, big up, big up. New video dropping right now, motor video. I wasn't planning on doing any like last minute videos, but this one just dropped. So I said, oh, flip it out. Motor video, bro. You're pulling my leg now. Like, what's going on? So I had to rush. I had to get that uploaded ASAP. So big you guys up. I'm gonna have the comments on one side, and then I'm gonna have myself on the other side as well, because we've got a lot to get through. We're gonna wait a couple more minutes before we get jumped in. Before we get started. Actually, you know what? Before we get started, actually, I forgot to let Twitter know. See, this is the type of thing I keep forgetting. This is the type of thing I keep forgetting. But it is calm, you know. It is what it is. It's not that deep, you know. Let me know if you guys can hear me and see me all well. If you guys can't hear me, see me all well, let me know. Just notify people on Twitter that we're going live tonight. Just going to retweet it. Actually, wait. Let me just copy this link. Copy link, quote tweet. Capsule, we live. Boom. Oh crap! Copied the wrong thing. Silly me. Silly me. Wait, I've got it on this side, haven't I? The fuck? Big up, big up, big up. Bear with me, guys. All right, let's just do it. Bingo, that should work. That should work. Quote tweet. Where live. Boom. All right, let's get started. Big up Osborne. Looking good, OT6. Come on, man. Come on, man. We can't be looking like I'm out here and on the way there. But you know what? Bruh, it says connection unstable. So let me know if you guys can see me all well. Because I do have a video just uploaded. That's what probably causing all the trouble. But let me know if you guys can see me or hear me all good. Because I could be kind of flopping in and out. Do you know what? I've got a plan. Bear with me. Give me 1 minute, guys. I've got a plan. Apologies for that. Boom, we're back in. Yeah, because I saw that he had some low bars. It looked like it was crushing bare times. I don't know what's going on. Boom, we can see here yours. All right, boom, let's get cracking. Let's get cracking. Pack show. Right, we're 12 minutes in and we've got internet all moving laggy, you know. But first and foremost, yeah, first and foremost, before we get into any chat, just click on it. Hold on. The Fighting Talk Show. Or should we just remove the comments? Oops, wrong one. All right, boom. The Fighting Talk Show is back. We are back, guys. Yeah. For those of you guys who don't know what the Fighting Talk Show is, it just means that we wrap up the whole week. Any boxing talk, anything to do with boxing, we wrap it up towards the back end of the week. So if you guys have any suggestions in regards to what content you want me to put on there, message me on social media. Everything is the link is in banner below. All my socials are there, so check that bit out. If you feel as though there's some content that you want to put on the channel as well with regards to what we to speak about, anything like that, let me know. Boom. All right. Secondly, yeah, big up Sly. Big up. I see you on a couple of channels as well on a couple of US channels and a couple of UK channels. So big you up, man. I see your name popping about. So much love for the support. Boom. Secondly, before we get into any of the content, let me know, yeah, who you want me to collab with. Okay, I've got a long list of people that I wanna I've already had added on a deeper on the channel before. So let me know if you have any other people that you are wanting me to get on the channel, and then I'll be more than happy to accommodate it. Okay, boom. Now we got that bit out the way. Let's get cracking. First and foremost, the topic. Let me just see if I miss anything. All right. First and foremost, let me just have myself on our screen. Okay, so we're looking all good. Boom. First and foremost, topic number one. Do you know what? I want to stop talking about this. Yeah, I know you guys want to stop hearing it. I want to stop talking about this. It's the WBC and Magsayo Sulaiman. Just had some new updates a couple of hours ago. Wanted to touch upon this with you guys. See what you guys are saying before we get into all the comments as well. Okay. First of all, this is Magsayo Sulaiman's explanation. He said the WBC have received requests from both sides, Tyson Fury and Dillian Whyte, to extend the free negotiation period, which has been granted. If there is no agreement, a purse offer ceremony will take place on Wednesday, January the 26th. And he copied in all of the other Matchroom, Top Rank, and all of them lot. But from my perspective, I'm going to be straight up honest with you guys. It's looking AJ looking good. We're going to touch upon AJ. Okay. But what does that mean? That just means that purse bid is next week. If the purse bid doesn't happen, or if the agreement doesn't happen, it's an 80-20 split. Eddie Hearn's going to roof when he bids, he's going to roof it. So regardless, Dillian Whyte's all cush, yeah. If they don't offer 70-30 at the bare minimum, that little 10% bit, that would make up the difference if they were to go on like a Top Rank show or a PBC, or not PBC, but a Top Rank show or a Frank Warren show, would be subsidized in the purse bid. So regardless, guys, if you Dillian Whyte fans like myself, never fear. You know, Eddie's here, if that makes sense. You see? Bars, okay? But Magsayo Sulaiman is a sly fox, bro. Yeah. It's just, bro, Magsayo Sulaiman is one sly mother. Like, that gentleman, that guy, bro, that Magsayo Sulaiman lad, he's just caused problem after problem, man. Do you know what? A part of me is thinking that someone asked me this week, what do I think is going to be the outcome? And and I said earlier this week, I think it was late last week or earlier this week, I see Maritza Suleiman argued with Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte says, "No, you talk rubbish, no man." Yeah, and Maritza Suleiman says this. The WBC rules is and you know the way. I'm not cussing his accent. Big up all my Mexican dons. Okay, I've got the sombrero. You know the whole gist. Okay, but I can see Maritza Suleiman say, "You know what? Let's just f this pinche cabron, yeah. Let me just elevate Tyson Fury, the Dipsy King, to franchise champion, and then you can have your own belt, yeah. And you know what? We'll chuck you rid of one of the most dangerous fighters in the heavyweight scene, Deontay Wilder, and you could get 50-50 on the PBC and have fun with that, okay? Because it's a vacant title, 50-50. You can have your money, and Tyson Fury fights somebody else, okay? Because we're all nice with Frank Warren. That's exactly how I see a lot of it going. Okay. But as the week gone on, as the negotiation was supposed to happen on Wednesday, it got delayed even further. It leads me to believe that there is some negotiation that's been going on between Team Dillian Whyte and Team Fury, which basically means that they're at least coming to the table. I'm not saying it's great news, but they're at least coming to the table. So overall, it is a bit more positive. Okay. But first bits next week. Hope we get some announcement. We get some things, some great news next week. Because to be fair, if we don't get good news next week, I'm expecting it to just be, what the fuck? What's going on? Hold on, guys. What is going on? What the? Yo, my thing's frozen. What the fuck? All right, guys, we're back in. I don't know what the hell's happened there. My visuals just got messed up, but it should be all good. It should be good. Let me just. I think we're back in now. I think everything's back in now. Start virtual camera. Boom, we're back in. Let's go. Yeah, let's go into your comments. Someone said, "Hell yeah, big up, man, big up. Rangers lead the way." Scottish massive. Let me know if you're from Scotland. Yeah, big up the Scottish massive. Okay, Josh Taylor and them man there. Let's go. Yeah, that purse bid is getting so annoying now. True. Annoying is the understatement. Purse bids are moving. Yeah. But did you see Lennox crapping on Dillian? He's always hating. I didn't actually. Do you know what? I was watching that live stream, but I didn't see the Lennox actually hated Dillian. Somebody send me the video about Instagram. Just send it to me off the campus block on Instagram. So I need to have a look at it because I was watching it live, but I didn't feel Lennox was crapping on him. But let me know. Whyte will agree to the 80-20 if he has no options. He's not going to let this fight go. I can't see him backing out. Talking about this fight, I can't, and this is where it gets a bit technical. He's got no other option. He technically does, because he could argue to the cows come home with the arbitration and demand a higher purse bid because it's according to their rules. They've done him dirty for the last couple of years. I can see how, and they also they ran the mandatory. Remember, prior to this mandatory being called, they put him in a mandatory with what's it called, a final eliminator with Dominic Brazil, And Dominic Brazil at the time was 4th ranked in the world. So they just wanted to chuck random people at him. Say, you know what, you fight him, then we'll give you Wilder. Or you fight him, then we'll give you Wilder. And Dillian Whyte's beating people who are tougher than Dominic Brazil in 2018. He's beaten the likes of Povetkin, he's beaten the likes of and Joseph Parker. So those are more tougher opponents. Cesaro's a more tough opponent than Dominic Brazil. So I think the WBC are just trying to put everything in front of him. And when it comes to things such as backing out, I 100% agree with you, man. I 100% agree with you. Rangers, what did Lennox say? I don't necessarily know, but somebody's gonna have to let me know. What specifically did Lennox say? What's going on? All right, guys, you might just have to muster something else. All right, Bonnet, we're gonna have to just go as we are at the moment in time. Apologies, guys, but it is what it is. We'll sort out the camera another time. Let's keep it moving. Boom. Lennox said Dillian should take the 80-20. I agree with Lennox and shut up. The shutting up bit is kind of mad. I disagree with Lennox Lewis on that front. All of this, take the 80-20, keep your mouth shut, and just be happy with what you've got. I completely disagree with Lennox on that front, because when it comes to somebody like a Dillian Whyte, you have to respect the fact that what he's done in the sport of boxing. You have to. You definitely have to. Otherwise, you're going to be in a situation where you're just going to. He's getting a bad rep for disrespecting his own people, man. Dillian Whyte, of all people, Dillian Whyte as well. Like, of all people, Dillian Whyte as well. All right, someone said check my DMs. All right, we'll check it shortly. Bear with me. We'll check it shortly. What I don't understand is, actually, let me just check my DMs whilst we're here. All right, so we got some shorts. Now, listen, guys, you're gonna share. I'm gonna share my screen, and then we can all see it for ourselves. Hopefully, just slide it so we know wild stuff, like no illicit stuff. All right, boom. All right, we've got it here. Let me know if you guys can see this. Let me share my screen. Share screen. Share this one. All right, boom. We've got it all here. Let me know if you can hear it as well. Lewis is 100% correct. I think he's 100% correct. Dillian Whyte should definitely take what's being offered to him onto the table and just accept it, because at this point, what else is he going to do? What else is he going to do? What, like, is he going to fight? Is he going to fight Wilder? Like, I can't see him fighting Fury for a high percentage unless they sort something out. I never said send you something bad. In the end, the fight will happen. Hopefully, yeah. This is boxing. This is boxing. Aye, boom. We managed to get it back up and running. Yo, I just clocked. We just managed to get it back up and running, guys. Yo, go. Hey, big up. We managed to get it back up on. Bruv. Yo, this internet is being the enemy of progress, you know. Every time I put the internet back on, the bars just go drop to the floor. Like a I was about to say something mad. All right. But Dillian Whyte definitely needs to sort something out, man. 110%. He definitely needs to sort something out with the WBC. All right, boom. Let's go on to topic number 2. All right. Because this is getting this. Boxing is big dramas for reals. Yeah, come on, man. It is some. Forget big dramas, man. It's just annoying. It's absolutely annoying. Like, you have to have patience for boxing. You definitely do. It's a good character builder, I must say, because if you're not right up there, boxing is going to turn you nuts, absolutely nuts. I've been turned nuts from boxing on numerous occasions. Okay, so I definitely agree with you, my man. Moving swiftly on. We have some new news regarding AJ. Okay, Anthony Joshua. Right, I can see myself through the other side, and the connections moving hella. I'm seeing myself bare hella CCTV-ish, you know. What is going on? I'm seeing myself bare hella CCTV-ish. I saying Wi-Fi is unstable. This is the same thing that happened to KG, you know, the other day. Is there something wrong with StreamYard? I think there could be something wrong with StreamYard. Could explain it. Let me collect my Ethernet cable. There could be something wrong with StreamYard. This whole time I might be bugging. But hold on, let me just connect it like that. It should be all good. All right, boom. Ethernet connected. Let's just see if that works. Because I'm seeing myself through some CCTV camera-ish, bro. What's going on? All right. Wow, okay. Bro, if you not see me through this other side, I look Chris, you know. I look Chris. Like HD, everything. And then I'm seeing it through the other side. I'm like, raw, fam. Is this what it is? He said, take it. That's what I'm saying. Like, it was some proper, like, that's what I thought. I didn't hear the shut up bit when I was watching the video live. I heard it like shortly afterwards. No, I didn't hear it at all. To be fair, today's the first time I heard it. All right, we should be all good. Why is this saying connection move is unstable? What is going on? Anyway, we just had to. You see, you got it back up and running, guys. Topic number 2. See, this is what happens when we're doing topic number. Listen, solutions, all solution. What the fuck? What the fuck? After drunk. What? Nope. That's better now. We're back up and running. I don't know what the fuck's going on here. Sorry, guys. Today's been a bit of a mess. If it crashes anymore, we might just have to lock it off and call it a day. Because it's even mad. Anyway, AJ. Okay. Sorry, Sly. With AJ. Anthony Joshua on Alexander Usyk. Next fight, I'm going to beat him and I'm going to take those belts from him. I'm going to reign again to become 3-weight world champion of the world, whether people like it or not. Okay. I'm here for it. I'm definitely here for it. My issue is, like, why am I hearing a lot of chat? And a lot of people say, yo, like, it's AJ, you know, corporate responsibility. I get all of that. I'm not one of those individuals that will turn around and say, yeah, what, like, and start cussing a man 150 times. But at the same time, you're a big heavyweight champion of the world. You're a big heavyweight champion of the world. So I really shouldn't be seeing you doing all of this. Rob, we're locking off the camera, guys. Yeah, we're moving solo. All right. Camera's off. Fuck it. We're just going to keep it moving. If it crashes again, we might have to lock it up because I'm just seeing it bare bars going, drop into the floor, but we keep it moving. We'll make the show happen. Okay. AJ, when he says he's going to become a 3-time world champion, it's one of those things that I don't hear Alexander Usyk talking. I don't hear Deontay Wilder when he lost talking. I didn't hear Dillian Whyte when he got knocked out by the vet kid talking. Why on earth am I seeing this gentleman in AJ every other week he's going in an interview, every other week he's speaking? I want him to focus on boxing, man. I don't want him to do all of this other malarkey. I want AJ to just be doing his actual stuff, man. Because all of this is all well and good, and it's great for the mindset. But at the same time, he firstly, who's he training with? Who's he training with? When is his fight? Where is his fight going to happen? And I need all of those answers, man, because I was expecting him to be in training camp this week, or at least with a new trainer, going out like a pre-plan. Yeah, I'm not sure whether they've done it through their Zoom, so they have to let me know. But what's going on, man? What is going on? I honestly believe his biggest problem isn't trainer, isn't his team or the trainer, it's his confidence. Yes, maybe a new team could help him with building confidence, but I think it may be deeper than that. I think it means deeper than that. Do you know what? It is age. It's not necessarily his confidence. Well, it is his confidence, but it's more so belief in himself that he's going to achieve that same thing. It's more so belief that I'm going to be world champion again. It's belief that whatever happens in the ring, I have to give it my all. It's not that I wouldn't say it's necessarily just like sheer like outspoken confidence, like an Adrian Broner confidence. It's confidence in your ability and in your training team. Because it's all well and good having confidence in yourself, but do you have confidence in your team? What happens if you get into deeper waters? Do you think your team's going to help you because your team didn't help you last time? It's like a it's not a double-edged sword. It's like a wider discussion when it comes to Anthony Joshua. But definitely his mindset, his mentality is what's stopping him from being as good as what he can be. I'm not saying he'll beat Usyk. I'm saying as good as what he can be. And it's a sad reality. But I hope AJ get some sort of help, some sort of coaching, mental coaching, etc. We can get cracking on that one. And I'm hearing over the last couple of days and murmurs. I'm hearing very small murmurs as well that there could be some sort of a step aside. Now, when it comes to this, it's a bit more technical because in order to generate a step aside for both of these individuals, for Dillian Whyte and Anthony Joshua, you'd have to accumulate up until how much? I would say close to about 100, not even 100 million, like, I don't know, 50 million, 40 million for the pair of them. But 20, like, I would say 30, 40 million pound for AJ and another 10 million pound for maybe Dillian Whyte. Okay, or dollars, wherever you want to put it as. So from all of their perspective, like, I could definitely see. I can't. Do I want a Stepaside fee for AJ? No. I think the Stepaside what happened. They'd have to put it. Yeah, it's a lot of peas. It's a lot of money. Stepaside ain't cheap, man. Stepaside is not cheap. But is it possible? And we can get the camera back up because I think it's all working now. Is it possible? It is more than possible because you have to have some foreign investment for that to happen. And the Saudis are on it, man. Saudis, I'm hearing Saudis and the Middle East people, as well as Frank Warren's team, and maybe a little bit of Usyk's team as well, are all on it. Like, if they get an offer like that on the table, they'll be jumping at that for the first hurdle. It's AJ and Dillian that won't be on it, especially AJ. Not even AJ, especially Dillian. Especially Dillian. AJ, I'm not too sure, but Dillian ain't happening with him, man. I had a lot of people criticize his quarter flop, telling him was losing against Usyk. I think a lot of fighters would be able to tell on their own if they're losing or not. No, absolutely no. When you're in that ring, okay, you don't know how good or how bad you're doing. It's not like football. It's not like football or other sports where you kind of gauge your gist. Or in boxing, like, if you get knocked down a couple of times, you know you're losing that fight. But if you're in that fight and you're in that mode, it's a very difficult place to determine where you are. Like, I've been, like, even me back in the day, a couple of years ago when I was doing sparring, okay, because I haven't had any amateurs or professional fight, but even as little as sparring, okay, I wouldn't know how good or how bad I'm doing until if I get knocked in my head 150 times, or somebody from the corner tells me that I'm doing bad. And sometimes I think I'm doing great, but somebody tells me you're not doing great. You're not doing great. You're doing really, really poor. So when you're in that mode, it's like you need a special pair of eyes. It's like it's like football. If you're out of position all the time, you won't kind of notice it until somebody from your team tells you, "Yo, you're out of position. Yo, you're out of position." You may notice it a couple of times, but it won't fully function in your head, if that makes sense. So that hope that made a bit of sense. But you can tell on certain circumstances, if you're getting punched in the face repeatedly and you're not throwing any shots, and you're losing by a landslide, you will know. And you get knocked down like 3-4 times, like Cesaro did the other day, you would know. But in the AJ Usyk fight, when AJ is just tapping him and Usyk is just tapping him, and you ain't going to know. You ain't going to know. Because it's like Terence Crawford against Sean Porter. He didn't even know he was down on the scorecards until somebody told him. Because I had him down on the scorecards by a waistline. But somebody had to tell him, "Yo, you're down on the scorecards," and he went and took care of business. So it's not as easy as what people think it is. Unless you're getting battered, dude. That's for a different stuff for a different day. Where were we? The Stepaside was put out AJ 15 million, Whyte 5 million pound. Bruv, like 15 million pounds for AJ. And 5 million. This is Stepaside, yo. This is stepping aside from the fight as if you were to be in the fight. AJ would have earned minimum 25 million pounds, and you're offering the 15, yo. And Dillian Whyte against Tyson Fury would have been making around 7 to 10 million pounds. So offering him 5. Come on, man. That's taking a piss. That's taking a piss, in my opinion. But for Dillian, you have to kind of double that, because he would have to have a step aside for Usyk versus Fury, and then have another step aside for AJ versus the winner. So that's 2 step aside. So whatever figure you're coming up to, we're looking at maybe 10 to maybe 12 to about 15, 16 million pounds for a combined total of step aside fees. Come on, man, that's a lot of fees. And you don't really need to. You know what it is? It's a lot of fees that you don't really need to spend. And the Saudis are good, but they're not stupid. The Saudis ain't playing around. They got the cash. Do you know what it is? When you speak to people with cash, trust me, they're not as loose as what you think they are. They may be a bit loose when it comes to like spending money on like a restaurant or something like that. But when it comes to, when we're talking millions, yo, these guys are not. They don't part their way with money that easily. These are account for every penny. Even if the company's making millions, they have to account for every penny and every pound. We're missing 5. Well, there's a write-off, like there's a certain amount that you write off basically. So small amounts like £5 to £10, you could write that off. But let's say you're missing £100 and you're a £1 million company, and you're missing £100 from your accountant software, or even 1,000. They're gonna be like, yeah, forget it. They will literally have every person look for that money. If you can't find it, they're sacking people on the spot. Big people don't like to lose money at all. I've clocked it. They're probably more tight and stingy than the average person, because they've been so, like, to get to that level, especially if you're like self-made, you have to account for everything you've done. You have to budget correctly. You have to do all of that. So you know where your money is. Big up Eagle IT. Listen, subscribe to Eagle Eye Football. Big up himself. Big Crystal Palace fan. You know what's crazy? Since I started YouTube, I've been seeing a lot of Crystal Palace fans. They've been popping out. They were good works. Okay, I'm not saying this. He was a Crystal Palace fan the other day, but like, I've not been exposed to Crystal Palace. Actually, no, I have actually. I have one or two, but not a hell of a lot prior to that. Because I'm from East London. I'm not from like South. And I support Chelsea. Big up Chelsea. Come on, you're done now. Yeah. Champions of Europe. You hear what I'm saying? Anyway, big up Eagle. In the ring, you throw a punch, you feel something that is landing. They throw and engage, but you hold on. Yeah, in the ring, you throw a punch, you feel something and think that's landed. They throw and graze you, but you actually land and you think, I'm doing good. Yeah, you don't always know when you landed. You know when you hit clean, but you don't always know when you landed. Sometimes you can hit someone's glove and it could be on the way out, because the gloves are so big, and you'd be throwing somewhere between, it depends what weight class you're in, but if you're like a middleweight, you're looking at around 60 to 80 punches around. You don't know which ones landed flush, which ones landed clean, because it's so quick. The intensity is so high, so it's a bit like you can't always gauge it on the angle where everybody is at that period of time. VAR FYI. Big up Meryl as well. Big up Meryl. Okay. Hopefully it's Meryl Streep. If it's Meryl Streep, listen, we'll open up the lines in a bit. Yeah. If it's Meryl Streep, yo, drop me. Listen, Mamma Mia. Listen, don't gas me. Yeah. Come on, man. Devil Wears Prada. Listen. Anyway. Yo, we're getting too gas. We're getting too gas. Yeah. I have to slow myself down. Yeah. Anyway, just I probably just seen it right now, but I just dropped another video. Actually, you know what? I dropped the video with regards to Conor Ben versus Adrian Bronan. What the audio thinks of it. So check that out. That's just dropped right now. So that should be on the channel, but check it out kind of after. Yeah, this one. Yeah, this is kind of where do I begin? Where do I begin? Um, I I said it the other day. I was saying it like, yo, what's his name? This is going to be a repeat of the whole World Cup 2018. I was gassing this thing, yeah. I was saying, big up Tony Yoka, like you're the guy. Turns out Tony Yoka is not eligible um, to fight Philip Hergovich because he's got a contractual agreement to fight Martin Boccoli, and Martin Boccoli's team aren't going to put their hands, aren't going to let it go until they get that fight together. So it's just like, it's just annoying, man. It is annoying. And I'm gonna share. I'm gonna invite. I'm gonna just drop the link whilst we're talking about it. Um, let me just drop the link. Yeah, I'm gonna drop the link whilst we're talking about it because I like to know what everybody else's thoughts with regards to that is, because it's one of those annoying situations that I can't get my head around. Why is Martin Boccoli in the position where he has to be in, like, dictating who people are fighting, when they're fighting, etc.? I just want the best versus the best. I don't want to see no Martin Boccoli, bro. His last fight was crap, bro. It was garbage, bro. It was whack. Yeah. I want to see Tony Yoka, man. Tony Yoka at least is half decent. He hasn't beaten world beaters, but he's half decent, man. He's half decent. Speaking about half decent, um, where do speaking about half decent, okay. Actually, no, we'll talk about that in a bit. This one, oh my god. This one. What's happening with Callum Smith? Somebody let me know. Because again, this is another scenario whereby a good fighter is just being forgotten in this conversation. I'm hearing Anthony Yard has received an offer from what's it called? Eddie Hearn for a big fight, but what is going? What's going on here? Hopefully, I think we might have crashed. Let me know if you guys can still hear me. Oh, right, like, what is going on? What is going on? All right, we're back in now. Should be all good. It should be all good. Anyway, multiple. What's it called? Tony Yoka versus Filip Hergovich. Man, I want to see that fight take place. And you know what? We might just have to end it fairly soon. To be fair, yeah, we might just have to end the thing fairly soon because this internet has been an enemy of progress. Sorry, guys. See, as soon as I get a flagship show, something flops, bro. Apologies, guys, but we keep it moving, we keep it moving, we keep it moving, okay? Boom. A couple of things here. Because we might just have to lock it off at the moment. We just touch upon the Magsayo versus what's his name again? Gary Russell Jr. Gary Russell Jr. versus Magsayo. Huge fight happening this weekend. We're going to do a watch along early hours of the morning. So if you guys are up, check it out. We're going live early hours that morning. Who do I think to win? It's tough to decide because with Gary, he's a good fighter. Inactivity has caused, we don't know where he's in because he's been a huge inactive. I think he fought what 6 times in the last 7 years. It's not a good proposition when you want to be an active fighter. But at the same time, Magsayo, his last fight, he didn't box good in the first half. I think the second half of the fight, he was actually really good. He was actually really good. So I'd like to see how Magsayo does going forward. But I just want to. He comes from the Manny Pacquiao school of gym. So do you know what? This could be an upset. I think Gary Russell Jr. could win, but don't be surprised if you guys see an upset this weekend with regards to the Magsayo versus Gary Russell Jr. I keep forgetting his name. See, he's been inactive. No wonder I'm forgetting his name. To be fair, does he deserve it? You lot decide. You lot decide. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. Apologies for all of the connectivity issues. If last minute, if you guys want to jump on, we're going to do that. If not, we're going to lock it off. Also, as well, guys, listen, I'm on this tonight, yeah. So I don't know what any of you guys are on, but this is my thing tonight. This is my thing tonight. Yeah, excited about it. Ozark, recommend it to anyone. Bigger guys up as well, guys. Yeah. And before we go, one thing I have to also recommend: don't be like my man. Okay, don't be like my man. Okay. Anyway, let me get my man off the screen before my screen cracks. Anyway, yeah. Big up Sly. Big up Osborne, Eagle Eye, Merrill. Big up Merrill Street. I'm gonna call you Merrill Street, yeah. Because like Mamma Mia, Devil Wears Prada. Listen, don't gas me up, yeah. The way I'm sounding like some sort of like person who's just into that kind of. No, I'm not into that kind of stuff. Yeah, we like it's a bit different around here. But anyway, yeah, big up Tony. We're gonna shout out people like Jeff, Lucietta. Do I know Jeff Lucietta? Hold on. Nah, what we do know now actually. Big up Jeff Lucietta, Sly Tendencies. Tony's review. Big up Tony as well. Big up New Man on the Done For as well. Twitch gang. See, I'm bigging up the whole hood, man. That's a new name, you know. OTC Hood. Big up. Herb, it said what? Herb ever smells. Sorry, guys, I ain't got my glasses. Apologies. Anyway, we have 2 last questions. Boom. No hated, but do you think Chisora gets hit too much? Yes, I do. Do you know what? I do, and I'm gonna answer this in 2 ways. Chisora does get hit too much, but he's a boxer. It's like saying, do I think a fireman gets burnt every now and then? I would hope so. But he gets hit too. No, he did. Does he get? You don't get. It's weird because he has got hit based on the amount of fights he has lost. Or Dillian actually. Do I think Dillian gets hit too much? Dillian, no, I don't. I just think when he gets hit, you notice. When he gets hit, you notice. It's like a bad smell at our house that's been. Let's say you go into a house, it smells fantastic the whole year, but one day somebody throws stink bombs in it and it smells horrific. Yeah, you're gonna notice that for quite some period of time. So it's like Dillian. It's obvious when it happens, but I don't think Dillian gets hit too much. I think Dillian lacks concentration on numerous occasions, but I don't think he gets hit too much, in my opinion. With regards to that, oh, you meant Dillian? Yeah. Chisora is a different story. Chisora he's lost about 11 times, so he has got hit a lot of times, but per fight, I wouldn't say so. I'll just speak about the corporate spends. Do you think eventually the fight do you think the fight eventually will happen, or it will be disappointing like Floyd Mayweather? I think. Do you know what? I think that fight could happen. You know, I think that fight could happen. It's weird because Pac-Man. I think Pac-Man was on the PPC when His last fight. I think his last fight was on the PBC. Or was it a Top Rank show? Somebody let me know. No, it was. I think Pac-Man. It's weird because with Pac, he's the reason with Crawford. All right, let me gather my thoughts. I think Spence and Crawford will fight each other. But then again, it's the Al Heyman factor. You see, the reason why these fights don't happen is it's because of the PBC, man. And this is what they do. A lot of their fighters get into boxing not to become world champions, but to do things outside of the ring, to like look after their family, build a legacy, like a financial legacy, etc. So the PBC, that's what they do. They cater towards it. They help them build investments. They build child funds for probably all of their children. They do all of this extracurriculars outside of the ring. So they make them feel as though they don't have to fight top level opponent when they get in the ring, because they're really set for life. So at this point, I think Spence is going to fight Crawford? Probably not. Probably not. I'm not too sure, man. I'm not too sure. I just have to hope. I hope it's this year. There's no reason why they can't. If you think about it, there's no reason why they can't. With Pacquiao and Mayweather, because they're going up and down the weight so drastically, that you can see how they can make an excuse whereby one's at, I don't know, 154, one's at 147, one's at, you can get the gist, okay? But with this one, they're both world champions, they're both at the same weight class. One's fighting Ugas. To be fair, the question is Ugas and Spence, when that happens, who's going to win? Because I think Ugas can beat Spence, or has a good chance against beating Spence. And if that happens, would we want to see that fight? Good question. But I don't think that Mayweather is a different circumstance, because Mayweather has his own promotional company. He makes his own rules. You get the gist. If Usyk, but big up Osborne as well. Keep it 100. Big up, keep it 100 or 1,000. I haven't got my glasses. Apologies. If Usyk beats AJ, actually, let me read it on the screen. Come on, what am I doing? If Usyk beats AJ, I reckon he could defo have the techers to beat Fury. Don't forget, he's the gold medalist and done on all of the belts before all of the belts at cruiserweight. And because before Usyk won all the belts, I get what you mean. Usyk is a harder test for AJ than Fury. I'm going to say that straight, guys. A lot of people may disagree with me. It is what it is. But Usyk is the more tougher opponent, because AJ has two deficiencies: fighting against smaller fighters and fighting against very nimble fighters. If you combine those two together, like AJ would definitely struggle. The only nimble fighter he's ever come across is probably Joseph Parker, and Joseph Parker caused AJ a few problems here and there. But Usyk, for me, will cause more problems to AJ than Fury, because Fury is a lot taller, a lot slower, has a longer reach, probably a better jab than Usyk, but at the same time, is a lot more defensively weaker than Alexander Usyk. So if AJ knocks out Usyk, that's perfect. Like, I think he can clean up Fury. I still think he could probably beat up Fury, because if Wilder could drop him a couple of times with very poor combination skills, I think AJ could just drop Fury a bag of times. And really hurt him for combination punches. Yeah, but I think the styles match perfectly, whereas the Usyk style is all wrong for AJ. You can make the argument that Fury gets hit just as much. Yes. Do you know what? Fury's a weird one, because with Fury, he doesn't come up against top level opposition to be tested at the highest level against people who could hit him a bag of times. Like, Deontay Wilder is only going to hit you a couple of times, but he's going to hit you hard those couple of times, okay? before Deontay Wilder, who's for Otto Wilder and Tom Schwartz, they're not really going to test it as tough as someone like a Dillian Whyte would, or a Joseph Parker would, or an Andy Ruiz. And Andy Ruiz is a perfect example. If he comes up against Andy Ruiz, how many times will Andy Ruiz land on Tyson Fury? In my opinion, it's going to be a hell of a lot. So Tyson Fury gets hit a lot. Tyson Fury, even though Tyson Fury drops to the floor a couple of times, he has this thing whereby I think, and this is my theory, I think in order to knock out Fury, in terms of out cold, like lights out, okay, you're going to have to run him over with a truck. You're going to have to run him over with a truck. It's very difficult to knock out somebody who just, you know what, I was listening to Believe in Bruce, okay, a psychologist, well, what is he, a psychologist of some sort, and he was saying that one of the kind of nerves that connects somebody's neck to their head, when somebody gets knocked out, that kind of nerve or that kind of signal just gets cut off for that second, and that's why people's lights are out at that period of time. It's a bit like when you're sleeping, like you're not always conscious of what's going on. But with Fury, every time Deontay Wilder hits him, that kind of signal just maintains. So even though his body is just gone, he's still wide awake. I wonder how he sleeps at night. I don't know I don't know whether he's a deep sleeper, he wakes up like throughout the night. I don't know. But I have a feeling that he's not like the average person when it comes to just the day-to-day task. I think he's a little bit different. So that's why, even though Fury gets hit a lot, I don't think anyone's going to knock this guy out. I think you're better off blocking out Joe Joyce. And I know that sounds crazy, but Joe Joyce has got a harder shell, a much harder shell. But if you get past the shell, I think you could knock him out. Whereas Fury, his outer shell, with regards to just getting hit and not getting dropped on the floor, is weak. But that inner cord is just solid as a rock. So he's a different caliber. Further, definitely, I think Fury definitely has the minerals. No disrespect at all. I loved how you went in on that Dillian hater on Maestro's channel. Who hated Dillian? Maestro's calm, man. Like, which other person? I can't remember. I think I don't know what you're talking about, but whether it was a panel or whether it was these guys here. Well, yeah, man, like, do you know what I've noticed? The people that are saying, yeah, man, just take it, man, you should be grateful, like, don't be greedy, a lot of the Americans, a lot actually the UK lot. I've clocked it. So I was just like, I was hearing it from different people, but a lot of them, what they had in common, they were all American. I've not heard a UK person that's not associated with like a Fury or people like that turn around and say, yeah, man, you should be grateful for what you get. No, I don't think any of them said it, in my opinion. As I heard it on Michelle Joy Phelps' channel, I heard it with Maestro, I heard it on a lot of the American channels that I tune into, were all saying, yeah, you should be good. Showbiz said it as well. Showbiz that though. I was just like, am I missing something? What's going on here? And then there was, I think they turned around and said, Dillian Whyte isn't in the top 5, and they had like Joe Joyce and Jared Anderson above it. I was like, come on, man. Like I had to defend Dillian Whyte. But to be fair, like in this circumstance, I think Dillian Whyte should knock out. Is he going to beat Fury? We'll talk about it next week's video. Next week's show. Next week's show could be a banger. Really could be a banger. We could have the fight announced. I know what's definitely going to happen, okay? The Taylor Serrano fight is probably going to be announced next week. regards to just all of the things finalized. What also is going to happen is, what do you call it? What's also going to happen is the Dillian Whyte versus the Fury kind of conversations all go to end at the back end of next week. A couple of other things is going to happen next week as well. I completely forgot. Next week is the, what is next week? 29th. What is happening on the 29th? I'm forgetting something. I am forgetting something. Mate, hopefully, is there a fight next week? No. Yes. Maccabi versus. Oh, come on, bruv. Nah, bruv. Nah. Can't say. Nah. We're skipping next week's, bruv. We're not doing next week. In terms of there's a lot talked about next week's fights. Long. Oh, big up Nasty Nate. Nasty Nate. Big you up. Yeah, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. I'm not gonna say anything wild, okay? I'm not gonna say anything wild. But big up Nasty Nate as well. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Maestro. Do you know what? Big up Maestro, man. Big up Maestro, man. We've been supporting him for quite a period of time since I think we done a whole live stream together for the Manny Pacquiao fight. Manny Pacquiao versus you guys. Manny Pacquiao's last fight, to be fair. So it was a pleasure. Like, I watched Manny Pacquiao's last ever professional fight with Maestro. That is something you don't see. And then that's not something that everyone can see. All right, big up Osborne. We'd like to lock this up now, to be fair. I think Whyte's situation wouldn't be like this if Povetkin lost didn't come. I disagree. These men have been looking to do him dirty from the get-go. Remember our Oscar Rivas drug testing situation whereby British Boxing Board Control, who tested him positive for illegal substances, then retracted their statement, said, you know what, we gave him the green light, it's all good to go. And WBC said, no, we're going to cancel you for 2 years now. And prior to that, they've been like, he was supposed to have the mandatory against Deontay Wilder, but they pushed that to a side. So Povetkin made it worse, but it didn't. It weren't the whole reason, in my opinion. That's what derailed everything. I personally believe that it's the WBC. They hate Dillian Whyte from the get-go for the last 5-6 years, because they wanted him to fight all teams. But big up everyone. I was glad to see a Maestro channel. Yeah, man. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much, guys. We might get Maestro on the channel. Might have to speak to Maestro, okay? But you might get him on the channel for a good show. We're going to get him for a good show. We're not going to get him for any show because he's a big Maestro, you know. But subscribe to Off the Canvas Boxing. Like the video, guys. Like the video. Listen, I need to say that more often, not right at the end here. And you know what? Look at this incident. Look, bro, as soon as we like halfway through, all of a sudden now we're back up and running. Bro, pagans, bro. Yeah, I'm looking BT pagans, bro. Yeah. Anyway, like I said before, don't be like this guy. Yeah. Subscribe to the channel and be good this weekend. Gary Russell Jr. and I'm going to watch along for that fight. Also, a new video reacting to most of the videos. Conor Benn versus what's his name? Adrian Broner. Closer look. That was a banger. So check that one out. It just dropped right now. So peace. Thank you very much, guys. Peace, love, and prosperity. And I'm going to see you guys in a bit. Peace.